my beautiful stones and gems. Thank you for clicking this video. I am your host, Miss Mama Medusa, and this is the Medusa Show. Hi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And as you see, we have a very special guest, the lovely, I'm going to just let you introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. It is me. I'm driving. It's Desiree B. Stevens. And as y'all should know, and if you do not, I pathologize whiteness and do decolonization work. Thank you for having me, my love.
Thank you for being here. So, as you know, we're going to talk about anti-Blackness, and we're going to keep it cute, and we're also going to talk about these hot topics.
Yes.
Should we just start off with the hottest topic, or should we work our way up?
Let's work our way up, because I definitely have so many thoughts about that hottest topic, because I'm kind of celebrating it. I am.
Okay, I like it. And make sure y'all give this video a thumbs up. And share the live. Make sure y'all come on in. Give this video a thumbs up for the girls that's on TikTok and on YouTube. And let's just jump right on in. You said okay, so we're working our way up. Yes. Okay, it's a lot of divorce happening. It's a lot of divorce, a lot of separation. Retrograde is what is it? Mercury retrograde is retrograding.
It is.
So we can talk about Tiana Taylor and her Iman Shumpert. Oops, sorry, wrong picture. Tiana Taylor and Iman are getting a divorce, y'all.
What? I didn't even know that.
Well, you heard it here first, guys. Yeah. Here is the statement that they released. It's hard to read, but Tiana Taylor wrote in an Instagram post, not too much on my bestie. In all fairness, Iman and I are separated and have been for a while, but to be 1,000% clear, infidelity ain't one of the reasons for our departure. Girl, you a goddamn lie. Excuse me. We are still best friends, great business partners, and blah, 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 blah. Y'all can pause to read. Yeah.
So I don't even understand why you would even bother being in. Why would you cheat when you have a partner who's willing to be non-monogamous, who's openly bisexual, so like who is openly open up their bedroom, their relationship? What's the point of cheating? What's the reason?
Well, do y'all want me to be messy? Y'all give me some thumbs up right in the chat and let me know if you want me to be messy or do you want me to be professional, because I can give you my messy opinion. Well, one, I'm gonna start off by saying this. I think that whenever you introduce people into your bedroom, I don't know. Granted, I guess it's different if you start off as a poly couple, but I feel like whenever you introduce people into your bedroom, you are pretty much setting yourself up for failure. You might as well put a start date and an end date on your relationship.
You really think so?
I do. Once you start, now it's one thing if y'all have outside relationships, right? I think it's a whole nother thing when you're bringing them into the bedroom and sharing.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you what is that as somebody who is non-monogamous myself, I think that I agree that it's better when it starts off like that, right? Because there's not, at least those people are dealing with whatever potential insecurities, jealousies, or what have you may come up. But relationships change and morph and shift. And cheating is cheating, right? Because people have this idea, like if you're poly or Enmo or RA or whatever you are, that you can't be cheating. Like it's this idea that it's some wild free-for-all. And I'm like, no, there's still respect, there's still boundaries, there's still all of those things. So the cheating, I think, is based on the person. Like you wanted to cheat, like that's it. Like there's nothing that somebody could do to make you not cheat.
Well, let's be clear. I think that Iman was cheating. I know Tiana says that that's not the case, but there have been rumors for some time, and he's an NBA player, and that's what they do. You know, she's a basketball wife. I'm not trying to make excuses for cheating. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't think that we as humans, especially, I don't know. I just don't think that we're as complex as we like to make ourselves out to be. And I feel like the average human, I'm sorry, I feel like the average human is not equipped to deal with seeing their partners getting dug out by somebody else. Like
maybe, I don't know. I'll agree to disagree, and I never do that shit. So you got it.
Listen, well, I knew she said that they've been separated for some time. And honestly, I feel like they've been separated ever since this picture dropped. with her with Drea and her, living her lesbian best life.
Yes, I agree with that. I just thought that was their girlfriend.
That's, you know what? I never even thought about that. They probably were passing her along.
Try to say it like that, like it wasn't a meaningful relationship between the three people.
Well, that's not how they made it seem. That's not how she made it seem. The way she, come on now. If you can't see the text messages or text or whatever, but on this picture that I'm showing, Iman is saying that this is quote corny as fuck. He's upset. He's big mad. That his lady is, touching on this lady like that. Y'all make sure y'all get this video a thumbs up. Thanks for joining the chat, and make sure y'all join our live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube, y'all. Get this video a thumbs up. We over here talking about Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. Are y'all surprised? I'm not. Any other thoughts before we move on?
No, I'm good. I'm sad because I like them together. I think that they have dynamic.
It is sad. And didn't they just have a baby? Ain't they baby like 2 years old?
No, that baby's bigger than that. Unless they had another one. I don't be keeping up with it like that.
They have 2 kids.
Oh shit. See, look, I ain't even cool enough for all of that information.
Yeah, they have 2 kids. One of them is like toddler age. So
oh wow.
That's I'm like, you've been broken up for a while. I know none of y'all surprised. Okay, we're gonna work our way up to a hotter topic. Did you see that damn? Can we talk about the VMAs real quick?
Yeah.
Girl, did you see Sukiana?
I love Sukiana. I love her. I fucking hate respectability politics. I probably wouldn't have got my ass on that filthy ass carpet.
I'm about to play the clip. And we're gonna talk about it.
Look, we're not gonna do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. The key word is tasteful.
All right, let's do it, huh? Yeah. Okay. Come on. Feel the beat. Feel the beat. Come on. Yeah. That's it. Come on, give it to me. Come on, work it. Oh, yeah. Own it.
Listen, the word of the day is tide. Every time you hear me say tide, you take a sip. And that's exactly how I feel about that whole shit that I just saw. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this. Let me just say it and I'm gonna get it out. I do not like Sukiana. I'm sorry. Because for a multitude of different reasons. Okay. One, she's ratchet for no reason.
That's perfect.
Hold on. She's ratchet for no reason. She goes out of her way to like make herself a caricature. It's like real ghetto girls don't like just like, it's like she's like a walking, talking like stereotype. It's like she is like, to me, she embodies what like racist white people think of when they think of a ghetto girl. When in actuality, like the average ghetto girl just be chilling. Like they don't even, the average ghetto girl is not spread out on the floor.
The average ghetto girl don't got tickets to the fucking VMA. You know what I'm saying? So like, wait, first of all, let me back up. What was your socioeconomic status growing up?
Hold on. Let me finish. Can I finish? So that's what I think she's Jasmine, I'm a loud person because I'm passionate about what I'm talking about. Please don't tone police me, Miss Johnson. Thank you. So yeah, she's ratchet for no reason. And not only that, she essayed a child in a music video.
Wait, what?
Yes. Oh, I would show the clip, but I don't promote that type of stuff on my platform. But yeah, she was twerking on like a 6-year-old in her music video. She is disgusting. And see, that's the shit that I don't like. Because people want to like, oh, she's ghetto. It's like, don't confuse SA with being ghetto. Don't confuse, just because you're ratchet, that doesn't mean that you have no sense, that you are not, that is an excuse for predatory behavior. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead. Get this video a like.
Okay, listen. Check it out. What was your socioeconomic stand growing up?
I don't see what that has to do with anything, but I grew up in middle class America.
Oh, I know that. I mean, I just wanted to hear you say it to confirm it, right?
Okay.
Which there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And you live that life now, and you've probably moved up, right? So here's what it is that I'm telling you, she is absolutely a ratchet girl. She's dead ass a hood girl. I'm telling you, right? Because I came from the streets. No, I'm telling you.
Go
You
ahead.
say no, but I'm telling you that I grew up in abject poverty. And yes, they are that extra. She is fucking hood ratchet. She's fucking hood fabulous. She's shaking her ass. Yes, that's the girl that's gonna come up in a black and black. Yes, for no reason. No reason. They
I don't
are
agree with that.
that fucking fabulous all the time for no fucking reason. So now you get some platform, give a little bit of money, and that's it. As far as like the twerking on the 6-year-old, no, I don't think it's cool. I think that we need to have a little bit more decorum because how we treat and move around when people are fucking poor is completely, yeah, we got some shit to work out in that arena. But I personally, I fucking love her. And I don't give a fuck if she's the stereotype. Like, great. Okay. There's plenty of white trash stereotypes out here. These bitches are still making money. I'm here for Suki.
But why do you like her though? Because she represents the hood girl?
Well, she definitely represents the ratchet. I don't like Cardi for me represents hood. And then there's Suki who's like, yeah, she a hoe. Like, you know, you fucking for money. Like, you not gonna fuck her for free. It's 100%. Like, yeah, I like that she's authentic. Like,
is it authentic though? It doesn't get.
Yes.
It doesn't come off as authentic.
It doesn't come off as authentic because you don't know them.
No, hold on. No. You just because you're not from you. Okay, I don't have to be Mexican to know what authentic Mexican food is. It's the same thing. Like, I don't have to grow up in the hood to know an authenticity from the hood. Like, I'm sorry, I don't think that that's a fair comparison. You just know. And hers, to me, it's a performance. It's very performative. It's like performative ghetto shit. And I say the same thing about Cardi too. I don't feel the same. Yes, it's very like, it's like, okay, but like in actuality,
Cardi is dead ass. I love Cardi. When Cardi came on the scene, so like, you know, you got Jennifer Lopez, and she's from the Bronx too, yada yada yada. But like Jenny from the block is like North Bronx, right? Cardi is dead ass South Bronx. Like, yes, absolutely. Cardi is 100% a very true representation of many of us from the South Bronx. Like, when she came up, I was like, yo, I feel like my little sis won. I fucking love it. I love it. So I know, like, very much that, yes, no, absolutely. And ratchet girls in the hood are like queens in the LGBTQIA arena, right? Like,
that's
just
true.
extra for no reason. Like, just, oh, yes, bitch, fabulous. Ratchet girls are just that fabulous and just that fucking extra. That's who they are. So for me, it does feel very authentic. So I appreciate that.
I'm reading the comments now. As someone who grew up in the same hood as Cardi, I can confirm she really is like that. I'm from the hood, and the hood girlies don't act like Suki. That's how I feel. Like hood, like Suki.
But hood and ratchet girls are two different things, right? So like in my day, because I'm older, right? I'm 44 years old. In my day, we would not have been allowed to hang out with Sukiana, like ever, right? Because you just don't hang out with those type girls. Because like you would know that they would be quote unquote easy, they fucking for money, etc., right? So there were different politics. So you wouldn't always be exposed to them because you really shouldn't have been around them, right? So for me, why I do enjoy her is that I really do believe representation matters. And that's across the fucking board. We don't have to like it, but there's a faction of women that really are living like that and do deserve pussy popping music and
I agree.
ratchetness and all of the other shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, I fuck with her. I
see what you're saying, but it's just like, I don't know. Something that Suki makes me literally cringe, and I just feel like there's like, no, I'm sorry. There's like ghetto girls don't make me cringe. When I live in the hood. Like, I live in fucking Philadelphia. I live in one of the worst cities in America. When I see ghetto people walk outside with their bonnets on, it does not make me cringe. I don't have any sort of bias towards people lower socioeconomic. It's just her. Like, Suki is ugh.
And it could just be her. I personally, I'm not necessarily bought into her as an individual. I like that she's out there representing people that are living this way, that people feel seen, heard, and represented. I'm not necessarily, I love her for the image that she's able to portray.
Yeah. This is definitely something we can agree to disagree on. And again, I love coochie popping music. Okay, I love all that shit. I'm not against it, but Suki is just Dukiana. I'm not here for her. I feel like Suki wants to be like modern day Freaknik, but in the wrong places. It's just like I think that Sukiana is an attention seeking whore. That's just what I think she is.
That's some misogynistic ass shit. Did you say an attention-seeking whore?
An attention-seeking whore, yeah. I mean, she reduced herself to nothing more than a whore. And that's fine. That's fine. Like that's my thing. It's like there's layers to this shit. Okay, you sell coochie on the side, but that's not the only thing that's like that you are. She reduces herself to nothing more than that. And so then when we call her what she has reduced herself to, now all of a sudden I'm the misogynist. I'm the like, no, she doesn't showcase herself as anything other than just a like not even a sex symbol, because the shit is not sexy. You getting dug out on the floor on all the shit that she does. Not even
sexy. Who gets to say? Somebody thinks that's sexy, even if it's just her. She thinks it's sexy.
See, we're gonna agree. I think, hey, you think somebody thinks it's sexy. Me personally, I find it to be cringy as fuck. Sukiana makes me cringe. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to agree with this
comments, so I can't see what other folks are saying to you.
Nobody's been saying anything. Y'all let me know. Is Suki sexy or cringy? Y'all let me know. We can move on to Tyler Perry.
Oh, fuck Tyler Perry. Let's move there. Hey, whoever has that shit loud, turn it down, please.
Noodlehead said that she's cringy. Y'all tap into my YouTube channel. I'm live on YouTube. That's where the money is. Make sure you get this video a thumbs up.
I know that's right. That's right.
Okay. Listen. Let's play the clip.
For saying this, but I will. In our society right now, Black women are making a lot more money for the most part than Black men, right? There are a lot of Black men who are successful, but for the most part, Black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can, because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you've handled the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in, because that means, no, I need somebody to, they need to make 5 times more, and I got to have, well, go on, keep your list, baby.
Yeah.
God bless you. Hoping to have them. Go on, keep your list.
I'm gonna let you take over. I'm gonna let you.
Yo, so check this out. I try to look at everything from a lens of these systems created this, right? So I listened to it and I was like, okay, I can hear what he is saying, right? Because of inequities, because how Black women are now like a higher paid demographic, more homeowners, higher educated, opening up more businesses. However, so while those things are true, and there is much inequity between Black women and Black men based on supremacist tactics, this motherfucker never, ever, ever said, first of all, I don't like Black capitalists. Let's just fucking start there. Nigga, cut everybody a check and shut the fuck up. And then we can all start at a level playing field, and don't tell Black women that they should settle for busting their ass, paying every single fucking bill, but this nigga could take you out maybe every so often and just pay a light bill. Like, why are you not, even if you preach something, why are you talking to women? First of all, men that talk to women make my ass itch.
Okay.
I'm not talking to men. Here's what I would have appreciated, and I'm thank you for asking me. It's because when I started having kids, I made more money than my husband because I just did. Many reasons, right? So I was like, yo, check it out. I'm doing the math and like somebody needs to stay at home, right? Because there's like a lot of kids and we were unschooling parents, right? We're like feral and all of that shit. So, you know, we decided it was going to be him. Why are you not talking to men about being equitable partners? Because see, here's what's going to happen too. You want us to do all of that, and then this nigga's still going to want his foot rubs, dick sucked, dinner cooked.
Wait, hold on. We live on the clock app. Wait a minute.
I got, okay, my bad. Oops.
Well, you can say it. You got to use code words.
Oh, my bad. You know, look. So you're not even talking to him about saying, hey, black man, there's so many inequities at this point in time, and black women are, you know, leading the workplaces and home ownership and education. So here's what we need to be doing, black men. If you could only pay the light bill and she's there rocking with you, she's paying everything else, make it an equitable relationship. Cook the dinner, take care of the kids, do the I would have went for that, right? Because like I said, when that balance I didn't worry about nothing else. Do you understand what I'm saying? Nothing else. I had to worry about nothing else.
No.
That was insane.
I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying what he said was insane because you're still talking to women about accepting less and not calling men to task about doing more, becoming more, dismantling the patriarchy that thinks that you can get the benefit of patriarchy while paying what my child would fucking donate to the house. What?
It's so many things to dissect. First of all, Tyler Perry, do you even like women? Like, let's be fucking for real. We've never seen you with a woman.
Let's start there.
Are you even a heterosexual? Fuck sexuality. Do you date women? Are you in relationships with women? Because we've never seen you with one. Why hasn't any woman, let alone a black woman, come forward to claim you? Allegedly, supposedly, you have a child somewhere. We ain't never seen them. We ain't never seen the woman who had her, what have you. So let's start there. I'm so tired, like. Because until we know, what your relationship, what the status is with your relationship with women is, specifically black women, I think it's fair. I think that you need to take that in consideration before even speaking on us. Like, you are not okay. Like, and with that being said, Tyler Perry panders to cis-het old school jiggers. He panders to the men that he could never be, to the men who probably terrorized him growing up for being too damn feminine, and those are the people. That's the demographic that he seeks validation from. And instead of him taking out his anger and his childhood traumas on the people who actually bully him, he wants to take it out on black women because black women are the easiest target. They're gonna see through all that shit. Okay, and like you said, so we're not even advocating for black women to find their equals anymore. We're not even advocating for that. Because I thought that's where he was going with it. Because I can agree. Because I do feel like sometimes, especially these young girls, you feel me, these Jada Waiters and of the world, some of us do be having unrealistic expectations when it comes to dating. But that's another conversation.
Like y'all wild. Like y'all act like y'all don't see what the fuck is going on out here. And like, yeah. But anyway, carry on.
That's another conversation for another day. So I thought that he was. And I'm gonna get to the comments in a second. Oh, you missed it. I have to play the clip again. Oh Lord, child, this is why I don't ever read comments. So that's like the first thing that like took me out. Oh my God, I forgot where I was going with it.
You said he panders to the men that terrorize him and use black women as easy targets because he doesn't want to deal with.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Okay, so yes, so he doesn't even want us to find our equals. He told black women, as long as he is able to pay the gas bill or the light bill, and
gas is more expensive than light.
As long as he is able to pay the gas bill and the light bill and take you out from time to time, that should be enough. And that does not make him. That does not make you beneath. That does not make him beneath you. Yes, the fuck it does. And don't get mad at me. Get mad at patriarchy. Get mad at the white man. The white man is the person that set these standards. What are you talking about?
Yes, no, you know what you do? Get mad at yourself, black man, for fucking aligning yourself with white man's patriarchy that you will never win and you will only be a tool of that patriarchy. That's who you get mad with.
Right.
it out on black women who, because then they be like, oh, but y'all, yeah, we got access. We got the same access you wanted, and we did. And we were fucking with y'all. We were rocking with y'all 100. All of us.
But
And then you see them.
Let's talk about it. Then with all the privileges that you have with being a man, yes, you're a black man, so you have those things, marginalizations against you, but so the fuck do all black people. We all are marginalized as a black community. You feel me? So with all those privileges that you have, it begs the question, well, why the fuck is the black woman up? Black man? Why don't y'all ever ask yourselves why is it that the system was able to affect everybody, but everybody was able to get past the system but you? You know, I mean, granted, there's still
let me tell you something. So here's my you know, I've like always with visuals and XY axes and pyramid schemes in the power structures, right? Because white is here on this axis, black is here at this axis, right? Like X for white, Y for black. In that, white men are like on top, and in the X, it's black women. But that's always been because we were matrilineal since way back when.
Right?
And we were always put in the head of that position to protect them, to keep them home, to keep them not being sold off, to keep the police from killing their ass, to keep white women's lives off of them. So we were always at the forefront of our homes. And it kept them a little bit smaller and protected. And the idea, just like anybody, like patriarchy harms men first. So when you start being with your children and you don't teach them life skills, cooking, cleaning, laundry, bill paying, those are life skills, which would then actually, those basic life skills allow you to get a better partner in the future. Because men are out here settling too. Because like I be making jokes. I'm like, listen, your dusty ass daughter and her funky ass Alfredo plate will not be fucking getting my son. Okay? It ain't fucking happening. It ain't happening. It ain't fucking happening. Because that baby cook now. So go on and keep your ragu sauce to your fucking self. Because we don't care over this way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's this weird idea that patriarchy is feeding these guys that think that you could be here, right? You can't subscribe. That's what it is. You can't subscribe to patriarchy, which requires you to be the top dog
in your community.
Dog, my nigga. Like it don't work like that. The math ain't mathing.
It requires
that from that system, or now you have to live and die by that shit.
But they want to keep on moving the goalposts. Instead of us finding men who can provide, who can make more than us, or at least at the bare minimum, meet us where we are at. No, we need to keep on lowering our standards but these men, like you said, these men don't need to step up. Like what? And why? I mean, and I'm pro-black, but I'm like, why don't you? I would rather you encourage us to date outside of our race. Why don't we go ahead and get with some men? Because clearly all the other men understand are in line and understand what the fuck going on. Instead of me trying to convince these black men to step up, why don't I go ahead and get another man? I mean, we have options just like y'all. I would rather that. And I'm as pro-black as it comes. I would rather you tell me that. But for you to tell me to go get with somebody that can only afford to pay the light bill, oh baby, I'd rather be alone. Or I'd rather be with a woman.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Like, because I'd just rather be single and date my friends. I think that really he missed an opportunity to talk to black men about divesting from patriarchy. Like, baby, come home. It is not safe out there. Like, leave that shit alone. Let that shit go. Because what black people, we need to recognize is that, first of all, we never had access into manhood and womanhood anyway. Those are white constructs. Cis, het, white, Christian, able-bodied, all of those shits are part of white supremacist tactics and their fucking delusion. So as black people, we never fucking had access to womanhood or manhood anyway. Why the fuck are you so attached to it? Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care about the... So what? Like, oh, that's what women are supposed to do. What women? White women. You talking about white women. Yeah. That's what they said white women were supposed to do. And them bitches needed benzos at 10 o'clock in the morning to get the fuck awake, to even take care of the family. Because he was coming home after fucking the secretary and beating her ass. I'm not doing it. I'm good on trying to be like white folks. He missed the perfect opportunity. One, He could have gave up some fucking reparations because you're a billionaire. Shut the fuck up. You could set us all free right now and still be a billionaire. 2, you could have talked to black men about fucking divesting from the patriarchy. So really, fuck Tyler Perry. That's where I land.
You think I don't think he got enough resources to get us out the mud like that.
I mean, yeah, I think he could. I think between him, Oprah, Jay-Z, and Beyonce, as black people being 13% of the population, and you 4 niggas being billionaires, yeah, you could get us out the mud. Absolutely. 100. Yeah. I don't give a fuck if you just bought everybody houses. Like, I don't know. But there's a way to, yeah, absolutely. Them 4 billionaires, you understand what $1 billion is?
Well, you saw Oprah Winfrey was just asking poor working class individuals to donate money. It's like these people are
Oprah's out her fucking mind. First of all, she got Stedman living in the fucking backyard, bitch. Shut up.
Right.
Shut up.
And the last thing I want to say about this whole Tyler Perry thing, keep in mind he's over here talking to an unmarried woman. I'm just like an unmarried black woman that's sitting there like nodding him on. I'm just like, girl, you don't even realize like he's low-key talking about you. He's saying that your ass needs to settle. That's why you ain't got nobody in this, that, and the third. When you over here nodding along.
Well, she got Stedman. Stedman been rocking with her forever. You know, I don't think she got married because I think that's her protection of assets.
Yeah.
She was never gonna have kids. It made no sense to get married, right? Because for me, we've had this discussion, is that marriage is about protecting the assets and generational wealth. Mm-hmm. If you're not having kids, I really don't see the point of it.
I agree.
So her not being married makes sense. She has a great committed relationship. Stedman mind his business, does his thing. She does her thing, and it's really like safe and secure and whatever. But like the fact that there's 2 billionaires having this conversation alone made me disgusted. Like, shut up.
Like, Tyler Perry, the sad part is he sometimes makes good content, because I'm not gonna lie, I done messed around and got my little free subscription to BET Plus, my little free trial, and I'll be watching his stuff.
It's good.
It's entertaining. It's good. Like, it's good background music. You know, this writer strike, child. I'm a TV girl, so with this writer strike, I gotta find something. I need something to watch. God damn it. So that's it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just the typical Tyler Perry, you know.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not a really layout TV girl, but anywho, that's how I feel about Tyler Perry. All the billionaires need to get us out the mud and stop talking stupid shit to us. Okay, we too here to fucking hear what you gotta say. How about that?
Period. Who we moving on to next, honey? I mean, we can get to the juice.
Let go.
We can get to the juice. I think that was everything. So I don't have the clip, but y'all have all seen the clip of Jeannie Mai. Jeezy filed for divorce from Jeannie Mai.
Yes, Lord.
Now, I'm not even gonna lie. At first, I was happy, but now I'm not, because he should have never been with her non-black, fetishizing, racist ass to begin with.
Exactly.
Okay, they were married for 2 years and 3 months.
First of all, he definitely shouldn't have been with her. Doesn't he have a kid already?
I believe so, but I think he wanted a mixed one, and so that's why he got with her.
So my problem is with, first of all, he should never been with Jeannie Mai, and I'm going to still like ha sort of thing, is because what happens with non-black women that get with black men that have the attitude that she had about black men, like with the dark meat on the side, white meat. First of all, you already know how I feel about that shit anyway. Like, why I fucking hate that black men leave our children in these fucking homes. Anywho,
I can play the clip.
Second, play the clip.
I can play it. I can only play the audio.
Oh, go ahead, run it.
All right.
But for me, dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. You know, that's why I married white men. That's what I like.
What do you mean, dark meat on the side? Offensive.
No, I'm not. I'm saying, like, I really do think black men are attractive. I do. Like, that's my...
What do you mean dark meat on the side? That means, honey. You know what that means.
What do you mean?
How did you say it?
I'm just saying, like, when I think about men, I like dark men. I do.
You like your main man to be white and your side
No.
She tried to clean it up real quick.
That's exactly what the fuck she meant. First of all, she's talked about her mother, who is from Vietnam, who is like, you know, like very old school. So we already know the anti-blackness is global and colorism is fucking global inside of all fucking cultures. Okay?
Side note, bleaching creams are actually the highest consumers of bleaching cream are in Asian countries.
I'll do you one better.
Like Vietnam. So yeah, so that's a common misconception. It's not us that's buying them out like that. Now we are some of the highest, but the highest are in Asian countries.
Not only that, is that like that Chinese relaxer. Do y'all remember that? That came out like in early 2000s? Mm-hmm. That shit would keep your hair permanently straight. Do you remember that? Mm-mm. Okay, well.
I stopped getting relaxers a while ago though. So.
Okay, but this was in the early 2000s and it was like literally like the Chinese relaxer. So I was like, yo, this is crazy. It came with, you had to buy the Chi, C-H-I, flat iron to do it. So you put it in your hair and you'd use your Chi and you flat iron it. Because I did it because I liked my hair straight. And my hair was always fucking curly and in my way. And this motherfucker made your hair pin straight. You know who put me onto it? My Vietnamese friend. They relax their hair on quite a regular basis there too. So colorism, texturism, all of that stuff is anti-blackness happens, and very heavily within an Asian culture. So we already know how her mama felt. And here's what's bothering me about that is that I know that baby, because she said that she didn't feel safe having a baby in her first marriage with that white man. Mm-hmm. And Jeezy made her feel safe and yada, yada, yada. And now you're a single mother. And why I don't feel bad about that is because quite often when these women that are non-black women that get with black men and they fetishize black men, you think you special. You think you something popping, right? Like, he ain't gonna leave me. He left that black bitch, but he ain't gonna leave me. Oh, really? Welcome to the club. You want to support? You want to support club? Like, you're not special. So for me, I'm sad for the kid because I know that kid is gonna grow up mad racist home. You understand what I'm saying? Because Jeannie Mom's mom is gonna be like, you see, you should have had the baby with that white guy. Now you're a single mother faking with black men. I already can feel that in my spirit. In my spirit. Spirit. But other than that, that's what you thought. You thought you were special, man? That's it. Now you got your black man on the side. Hope you happy.
You got that child on the side too.
Yo child, yo black man, go get you a white man now. See if you can get one of those.
It's just funny how powerful your words are. See what happens when you speak things into existence? Yep. You gotta be careful with your choice of words and the language that you use. Because like she said, you got him on the side now. He was never, and let's be for real, he was never your main. If we're being for real, that whole relationship was a publicity stunt. They never had any chemistry. I always thought that the relationship was very disingenuous.
It was so weird.
And he's weird too. He's weird for having a child with someone who publicly referred to black people or black men as dark meat.
You know what? I think I appreciate Quincy Jones. Many, many moons ago, right? There was an interview with Quincy because he had children with non-black women, right?
White women, right? Hey,
but Quincy was honest because he was like, you know why? Because they told me I couldn't have their women. And when I got enough money, I could. So I did. I was like, God damn, that's honest. And I don't think that black men are as honest as that. I think that they need to open up that a lot of what you do also is that BMW shit, right? That black man's wish, what I was told I couldn't have. And now I got to here, and you are now viewing them the way white men view them too. Property. You view women as property. So there's these things that you could get as an accessory. And black women are just standard, right? Like we just there. because we're supposed to be there, except the niggas that can pay light bills.
Okay.
So I think that that's what happens. But now her ass understands what it is to have somebody on the side. I don't feel bad.
I don't feel bad. I do feel bad for the child, but honestly, that child gonna be all right.
I don't feel bad for the child either.
You said you don't feel bad for the child. Shout out to everybody that's in the
I
chat.
do feel bad for the child. That was just mean. That was mean because I know she's gonna. This is what I mean. I hate black men leaving our children in these fucking homes that are not equipped to raise black kids.
Right.
Like, they're going to be exposed consistently to fucking racism, and this is exactly how you get these fucking tragic mulattoes and these fucking weird ass Calablasian type niggas like Tiger Woods, because there's not rooted in no fucking identity. Like, that child will have a strong Vietnamese culture, but because of anti-blackness, they not gonna fuck with you, shorty. You still black.
I mean, we had a conversation earlier. I mean, that we could just segue into, because I've been saying for some time, oh Lord, I gotta choose my words wisely. But I've been saying for some time that I think that interracial dating is problematic.
As a fuck.
It is. It's, yes, there's some pros, but the cons outweigh the pros, no matter how you want to break it down. And a lot of the shit a lot of the issues is rooted in colorism and fetishization. Y'all, first of all, let's start with the first issue that I had, is that a lot of y'all fetishize mixed kids, and like that's really why y'all are in relationships with non-black people. You want children that don't look nothing like you, and I think that shit is I'm sorry, I feel like one of the biggest expressions of self-love is to have a child that looks like you, intentionally doing so. Like, you purposefully made decisions to have children with people who look like you and who are in your community. That to me is one of the biggest expressions of self-love. To me, you going out of your way to be with someone who you have absolutely nothing in common with, who have reputations of hating you and your family. To me, that is the biggest expression of self-hatred. And you can't tell me otherwise. I don't give a damn how woke you are, how many Malcolm X books and Marcus Garvey books that you read, and I don't care. The shit is rooted in anti-blackness and self-hatred. If you are with a non-black person, that shit is there's some anti-blackness rooted in there somewhere.
There is. I think that there's also room and space that I think some of it is survival. I think it's trauma based, right? Because you think that this kid, which is true, you think that this kid is going to have it easier, right? Which is still rooted in anti-blackness. I'm not negating that.
Right.
Not that. But I think that we also have to give space for the trauma and the grief that whiteness has brought to black bodies, especially unambiguously black bodies. When you've gone through that much motherfucking pain and trauma in generations, just for looking like you, just for looking like this, just for being me, and we all want the best for our children, right? And if you've been exposed to the violence of whiteness just based on your skin, your texture, and your features, and the only wealth you could pass down is this idea that you can make it easier for them, I think a lot of us really need to sit down and unpack that we do that, right? Like, I think that that's where it began at. Not saying that other shit ain't going on with it, and it is rooted in internalized anti-blackness, but some of it, I think, is really rooted in a deep trauma of being fucking hated distance. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, if I can't give this kid shit else, I'm gonna give them some light skin. I'm gonna give them some quote unquote good hair. I'm gonna make their walk in life just a little bit fucking easier. So I think that there's space for that. I'm not saying it's only that. But I think, especially as far as our ancestors go, and it could be a bias for me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it could be 100% my bias.
Well, I don't see, when we're having these conversations, I definitely think it's important for us to, inspect all aspects of it. Capricorn, I'm gonna get to your comment because I see it and you're touching on something real good. Let me read the comments real quick. Capricorn said, what about the situation with Eartha Kitt or Tina Turner, who just so happened to settle down with non-black persons in their older years? So Tina Turner, I'm gonna tell
that's trauma.
I got this.
I think it's trauma.
I got this one. Tina Turner and Eartha Kitt is not the same situation. It's not. Tina Turner, God rest her soul, was anti-black and unapologetically anti-black as fuck. Now, granted, again, like you said, it came from the trauma of all the shit that happened with what's his name? That Nick. Y'all know who he is. Ike Turner. You know, physically. I mean, yes, I was about to say whooping her ass throughout her entire career, like for lack of better terms. And the black community sitting there and kind of just like shrugging their shoulders, because let's be clear, like black people don't care about violence against black women at the hands of black men. Say it again.
I said nowhere near the way we should. Like intercommunally, I think so, right? Like in interpersonal spaces, but no, because everybody's eating off of that shit too. You understand what I'm saying? Again, like all of these things for me, because of the work I do. It's not saying that other aspects and ideas are not wrong. I'm just aware of the trauma and the grief that comes into it, you know? Like, hey man, we all fucking eating off of this. If it just needs a little ass whooping, like, hey, let's let it slide, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that there's just a lot of shit we need.
You talking about with the Tina Turner situation?
Yeah. Like everybody was eating off of it. How are they gonna?
Well, okay. I'm saying.
Why would they break it up? Is what I'm saying. They were invested in like it just is a little ass whooping, quote unquote.
I'm sorry. I have a nervous laugh. No. Yeah, I'm talking about just. I don't know. I feel like a lot of black people, like black people, we still, you know how we be making fun and like, appropriating it, like, oh, eat the cake anime, Jay-Z.
I hate that shit. I fucking hate that goddamn meme that goes around with Ike looking at, like, we dead ass ain't shit. Like, I'm like, yo, this is like, this is literally the scene from her rape. Like, we ain't shit.
Right, and that's why people be saying like, "Oh, this is why Tina Turner hated you, niggas."
Yeah. Like, damn, man, we ain't shit, man. We ain't shit for real.
But at the end of the day, it's still rooted in a level of self-hatred. Like, I think that we can all. I'm sorry. Like, there's no escaping it, and that's the issue that I had with these pro-black, quote unquote, pro-black creators who date and marry non-black people, specifically white people. Whole platform built on talking about black politics and this, that, and the third. Like, girl, your whole life is a confusion. Like, what? Yo, your whole life, you're gaslighting yourself within your whole life. Your whole platform is gaslighting yourself.
From my own personal life, I agree with you, right? Like, I'm not gonna be doing this work and come home to white people because I'm gonna be angry. Like, I'm gonna just be angry. And I don't want to. And I love, like, because people have this idea, like, oh, you hate white people. I'm like, I am white people, fam. My family's white. My friends are white. Like, quite literally, I don't separate myself from whiteness. Like, I'm like, nope, super duper white. Got a lot of white shit with me. Had to unpack a lot of white shit. Like, I'm a whole ass white woman in America. And for like 28 years of my life, I was like a motherfucking Republican white woman. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, I had a lot of fucking work to do. It is that I don't want to come home and do that work. Right? I want to come home and I just want it to be just black. Like,
how
that song Be Real Black for Me? You should play that. You ever heard that song Be Real Black for Me by Roberta Flack? Find that shit, play that shit.
Right.
Right here, right fucking now. Because that's what I want to do when I come home, and everybody needs to fucking hear it. Play it.
I can't play it on YouTube because I'm gonna get a copyright. But
when you go home.
Right.
But when you get off here, Be Real Black for Me by Roberta Flack. I probably listen to that motherfucker every day.
So how do you feel about, like, when we're having conversations about mixed people? Like, I'm gonna say a statement. Like, how do you feel about the statement that like mixed people are not black?
I mean, it don't bother me because you don't get to define my blackness, but it took a lot of years, right? And a lot of work for me to get to that, right? Because it's a yes and a no. Like when I answered the video, right? You're not 100% wrong, right? And I think that as black people, we really need to sit down and talk about why we're so fucking stuck with white folks' systems and being so homogenous. We are black and we have various ethnicities, identities, regional culture. And I'm not offended. I'm not monoracially black, nigga. I'm Irish. Like, I'm very comfortable saying I'm Irish, and that just be my identity. Because obviously I'm black, right? Like, that's an obvious, yes?
When are we gonna be at her house?
We'll be there in about 20 minutes. Like, I'm very obviously black. So, and I'm militantly black and militantly Irish simultaneously, like black nationalist, Irish nationalist. And I think that we need to be really leaning more into our ethnic identities as black people, because a monoracially black person has a completely different fucking background than I do, a completely different culture, a completely different language set that was happening, right? Church, etc., etc. So no, I'm not offended.
And let me say this, I think that's the second issue. I'm sorry, because we're all over the place. So the first issue I have with interracial dating is that y'all be fetishizing mixed kids and not unpacking your self-hatred as to why you want to have children that don't look like you. Okay, so that's my first issue. The second issue that I have is that a lot of y'all are not equipped to raise. First of all, half y'all ain't even equipped to raise kids, period. But you damn sure ain't equipped to raise black kids, nor mixed kids. Like that, like if you, I'm sorry, but I really do feel like whatever your shit is, that is what you are most equipped to raise. If you're black, you are most equipped to, because that's what you have the most experience with. You ain't never in your life had an experience of being mixed. You ain't never in your life had the experience of being white or what have you. So right off the bat, you are already setting up you and your family for I wouldn't say failure, but definitely setting them up for a disadvantage.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. And I don't think, you know what it is because everybody wants to pretend. Is this thing, hold on a second. I'm trying not to crash and give my son a charger for his iPad.
Please don't crash.
I think the problem is people want to pretend that racism doesn't exist, right? Because we have these interpersonal relationships and like, oh, we're all getting along, and we are censoring whiteness. So because we censor whiteness as the fucking baseline for the experience here in America, we think that racism is gone. Well, why? The schools are integrated. You could work now. You could get married. And I'm like, that's y'all's fucking fucked up standard. What, son? My guy, listen, you're killing my soul. I'm on here and I'm trying. Hey, man.
Listen, I totally agree.
So all of those things, right? So you kind of come into it. Here, plug it in. So you come into it, and because you think that, and it's like, oh, I love who I love. Like, that shit don't got a goddamn thing to do with it. Like, when I explain to my cousins and my family, and I'm like when they would come over and they come and visit, and my family, I love my family. Like, I love my family. We stupid fucking close. Our kids are close. Like, there's no separating me from them. You know what I'm saying? But like, we live in the South, right? And I came up in the North. That's a whole other culture in and of itself.
Yeah.
So when my cousin comes down here and she goes to the store with my husband, I'm like, fam, you are white. Like, I need white people to recognize their racial identity first. I'm like, you are white. We are in the South. So you need to just be mindful that your existence
brings
attention to him.
Yeah.
Just because you're standing there, fam. Just because you're standing there. He could be saving you from something. You could be slipping and falling. And my husband could be the hero in this motherfucker. But you are a white woman. Like, so he looks like the fucking person that's harming you. So that's an important thing. And if they can get that, and because they don't get that, they are not equipped to raise black children, mixed children, however the fuck you non-white kids, they should not be fucking raising, because they don't have any idea. And you're not comfortable talking to your kids about racism, nigga, because you the face of racism. You are that. You understand? Do you know how difficult it is for me? My kids are in the car right now. Do you know how difficult it was for me to have conversations? Because like, these kids are black kids. And I'm like, oh my God, because how do I explain that? And we go home to their cousins, their aunties, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for me to explain colorism.
Yeah.
Because I'm the face of what they're saying, that I'm the one that's pretty and you not. That's so. No, you have to be fully equipped. You have to be fully equipped to do this if you're going to do this. Because you need to be censoring blackness and what it is to be black in America. Not your white fragile ass and what's uncomfortable for you. You understand what I'm saying? Even like with my kids' hair, I had to learn. So I know if you're a whole white woman, you have to learn. Like I needed to learn all of those things. So yeah, I agree with you on that. Sorry about that. I went on a
No, you're fine. You're fine. No, you said a lot. I'm reading the comments. Molly said, I feel like when we call mixed people black, light-skinned people get told that they're not light-skinned because of what people are comparing them to. That is so true. And how that and thank you for bringing it up, and how we just keep like that's nothing. I think that we need to start calling mixed people mixed, because now mixed people are now the face of blackness. I get really I get okay, like for example, Aaliyah, right? Even though Aaliyah, you know, she had some phenotypes that were whatever, like
She's
whatever.
Irish and black. Like I here's what it is. I think that us as mixed kids very much recognize that we are mixed. I think that, again, back to trauma, is that monoracially black people are so communal.
No,
and
I was saying
bring us in, and it's like we're cool on being mixed. Like we cool, we recognize that we're different.
Yes, I agree, because a lot of times it's the same thing with like Jocelyn Hernandez and like Amber Rose. It's like Amber Rose is telling you, hey, I'm not black. I'm half white. I'm half black. I don't look black. She really don't, if you really think about it. I'm racially ambiguous. I don't have the experience of the black woman. Now, granted, you've been benefiting from black culture this whole time. I find it funny that at the end of your career, when you're washed up and hung up, that now all of a sudden you want to separate yourself from the community that you've been benefiting from for the last 15 years. However, I find it to be very funny that Jocelyn Hernandez, out of all people, was literally trying to beat you into submission and beat you into saying that you was black. Like, it's weird as fuck. Like, I think it's so weird when mixed people tell you, hey, I identify as biracial, and you have these nignogs like, you black. Like, girl, shut up. You just want and the only reason why you're so upset, because y'all really don't, you just want to be in community with mixed people. You just want to be in proximity.
I'm gonna tell you what, though, right? It kind of goes back to the internalized anti-blackness and the trauma of the violence of whiteness, right? I was at a bank in Georgia, and this woman was Icelandic white. You hear me? I'm talking about like fucking Icelandic, Nordic, right? Blue fucking eyes, like clear, like Iceland, like quite literally Icelandic white. Like the platinum blonde hair, the very bright blue eyes, very alabaster skin. On her fucking table is her husband, who's black as fuck, midnight black, and this baby. And I'm looking and I'm like, this baby is beautiful, like cacao, like chocolate, like, but like that, like not like yours, like even darker, richer, deeper, right? With 4C Afro puffs. And so when she came in, because I was like, I feel like I could ask this as a mixed person, I was like, so what is it like when you walk around with her as your child, and how are you doing this, right? And I say that, like, we had a great conversation about it. She's like, everybody thinks that she's the fucking babysitter. Nobody ever thinks that she's the mother. And the problem is nobody ever thinks she's mixed either, right?
How does it feel?
The obsession with mixed people is not the obsession with mixed people. It's the obsession with color. It's the obsession with texturism, featureism, right? Which goes back to that trauma. Because I know plenty of mixed people that are unambiguously black.
Right.
I'm not racially ambiguous. When people tell me that, I'm like, no, nigga, I'm black. You can see that. I'm ethnically ambiguous. And that is something completely different, right? Like, depending on where I'm at regionally, I'm going to get treated. In the South, most people just think I'm a light-skinned black woman, monoracially black, right? Up top, I'm Puerto Rican, maybe Dominican in a certain area. You know, I could be Italian in the winter when I blow out my hair. I am ethnically ambiguous, not racially ambiguous. And I think that we need to unpack that as a community, that what they really fucking are we're color struck. Because there's plenty of unambiguously black women and children that are mixed, and you're not dying for them. Like, you don't get to tell them that. And then as mixed people, we need to unpack Like, you don't get to force yourself into a space because your parents made a decision.
Come on.
Like, you don't get to do that because why the fuck you not saying you white? Because there's no such thing as biracial. I hate y'all people out there that say you biracial. You can't be too racist, and that is not the black community's problem. Take that shit to whiteness. You can't be white because white people created race as a construct. You have a problem with that? That is not our problem as a black community. Bring that shit to the white community and make them dismantle it. That is not a black people per problem. And coming and crying in the black community like, I'm just not black enough for the black person or white enough for the white person. The problem is you've always been black enough. Black people have been fucking raising beige, yellow, white kids since the fuck we got drug here. The problem is white people make you feel something fucking type of way and bring that shit to white people because that tragic mulatto shit is played the fuck out in the black community. Take that shit to your white ass family and make them sit with the discomfort. Y'all never fucking think about the trauma you bring to fucking black bodies because you censor fucking whiteness. Nobody ever thinks about what it felt like for my black ass grandmother to be looking at my high yellow ass like, really, nigga? Really? Really? Really, nigga? Really?
I don't even want to touch on, you know, people be saying like, oh, I can't, I can't speak my politics. I can't because I just feel like I done made too many sacrifices for my community, for my grandkids to not look like me, or for my grandkids to be white.
I'm not even offended by that because I really, in my life, Medusa, censor blackness. You understand?
Yes, I put my life. Yes.
No fucking way. My whole family is unambiguously black, right? Like looking at you is like looking at my family. Like that's just normal to me. I have nobody light skin in my family but me, my nigga. Like, that's it.
I got some light brights in my family, but most of them are mixed.
Well, now him, my son said, and me. But like, I was the first.
People in my family are mixed.
See, right? But I'm also the first mixed.
I'm just saying.
I'm also the first mixed child on both sides. Right? So like,
really, but like that's why you look like that because for the majority of the people in my family is my shade of darker for the most part.
Yeah, everybody looks like you in my family. So for me, that is what I censor. Can you please be gentle?
I put on all this work in my community for another demographic to take advantage of it.
You got to stop that. What's happening?
Yeah.
Okay, please don't do that while I'm on here. This is unbelievable, guys.
You're good. We're actually about to close out. What's happening? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you.
It was breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Damn. The last thing I wanted to talk about was road reports.
Who?
You remember the girl got hit in the face with a brick, and then they were saying that she lied.
No, child. What?
You know, yes, you do.
No, say it again because I couldn't hear you.
She got hit in the face with a brick, and then said that. And
roll.
then
Okay, go ahead.
Well, they saying that she lied. I don't know. Like, and when I say they, I mean like major report outlets and stuff like that are like saying that she apparently. Let me show the clip.
You know what it is? Here's where my problem is you don't even need to show the clip for me. My problem is if she lied, okay, people fucking hustle all the time. It is what it is. My problem is this will just be another fucking reason for people to enact their fucking racism and anti-blackness and not believe black women. So like, it just like, okay. It's like.
It's just one of those situations where, yes, I do agree that people will look for a reason just to like do what they wanted to do, which was to ignore black women to begin with. But I also think it's another situation where it's like, I don't know, just us as like the people who are reporting on the news, it just makes it so hard. Like when you like, you know what I'm saying? Use your platform to advocate for a community and like, or just for a specific person within your community. And it's like a lie. And it's just like, damn, like now, because now I'm at a point where like I'm waiting a couple days before I report on stories like that. Like I'm waiting.
And it sucks, right? Because like, but I mean, personally, like I've never been in the camp of like believe all women. I've just never been in that camp. I'm from the hood and I know bitches lie. So I'm like,
I've always been from that camp. I'm always like believe the victim.
I love that for you. And that is absolutely a different socioeconomic stance, right? Like bitches lie, fam. Like, so I've never been a believe all women.
Yeah, but statistically, like people who be lying, it only accounts for like 4% or something like that.
Yeah, that's reported, right? Again, like, so in this work, right, in DEIA or any of these conversations, there's always, this is a caste system, right? And like the hood always gets left out of the entire fucking conversation all the fucking time. And like, or people are talking for us, right? So we're not even talking about shit that's been reported, right? Like that's like some white statistics and all that shit. I'm talking about real life. And I know that could also be anecdotal. I'm not an unintelligent person.
Because a lot of you're right. A lot of it doesn't get reported because we know that, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, this could be anecdotal too, but a lot of it doesn't get reported because we know that we're going to be told that we're lying and all this other shit. So that's why I'm
just, as somebody, I know that people lie. Like people lie. Like I've seen it. Like I've seen it a lot. And it's like,
when I don't know.
Huh?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, like, I just seen that I don't not believe people, but I'm good on letting it ride and fleshing things out. I am not, what I'm saying is like, you won't see me with a fucking believe all women t-shirt because bitches lie.
My problem is, I'm reading the comments. My problem is the conversation that happened around the topic, even if it was a lie, black men showed their hand. They surely did.
What they say?
She was just saying, like, even if it was a lie, the black men still showed their hand, which was like, well, what that got to do with me?
That's absolutely true. Which was absolutely absurd because they were so okay with her being harmed. Like they were caping for white men, which is crazy. Yes. White men still oppress them. Like you should be hitting dudes with bricks, but go off, sir. Also, like Cindy Noir is like being harassed by a black man, like who thought that shit was cute, right? Like I'd rather give attention to that. Like somebody who I see it happening. Cindy Noir, she's on this app, like literally on TikTok. Cindy Noir, Noir, and she was talking about the situation, and this black man in the video like duetted her and like had a brick, right? Like, yeah, you need to get hit with a brick. And like she's been being harassed for like 2 fucking weeks. Black men. Right? Like that's a conversation to be fucking having. And like why y'all so quick to be so abusive? Like that shit is cool. But there's so much we need to unpack and deal with. Like it's crazy.
That's why we gotta have you on for part 2.
Okay, I'm down.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Desiree, for joining. Let the people know where they can find you.
Huh?
Let the people know where they can find you.
Well, everywhere is Desiree, DESIREE. Like I have to think about my
right. I was like,
I'm tired. Let's start this again. You could just hit Desiree B Stevens with a PH on everything. That's .com. That's on TikTok. That's on Insta.
Period. Y'all know where to find me, Medusa Show Off on YouTube, Instagram, and at the Medusa Show on TikTok. Also, y'all know I started my book club back again. So if you're interested, just follow me on Instagram at Medusa Show Off or at the Mama Medusa Book Club and DM me so you can join and become a member. I love y'all so much. Thank you for tuning in. Desiree, I cannot wait to have you back on. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
This was so much fun. Thank you for dealing with poor lighting in my car.
We'll be back. I just thank you for taking the time to speak with us. But we'll be back, y'all. Love you. Deuces. Good night, y'all.